Hello everyone, I'm Silverraptor and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode Run Episode 7. In the last episode, we recruited Karlach, and we actually, this long rest triggered a cutscene I wasn't expecting yet. And while I do enjoy the cutscene, there is another one that I was hoping to get first instead, because it gives us a really good item, whereas the one we just had, well, we can now start using the tadpole powers, but I only have one tadpole at the time. But it's time to start collecting them. And first off, every single campsite, Karlach has a silver spoon. And silver spoon is worth 10 gold, so you might as well have it. You can get a whole collection of silver spoons that way. Yep. We're going to start off with our morning ritual. But before that, we have Volo. And I'm going to say this right now for the squeamish. We are going to be losing an eye. But it's all part of the plan and the build. As this goes through.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Has your research turned up anything that might help with this parasite problem?
My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep, just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
Yeah, this sounds like a really bad idea, right? It is, but it it works. It not works, but it's a bad idea, but it gives benefits. You'll see. How many times have you done this before?
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
All right, do it.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open
If you're
and
squeamish,
begins
look away.
to prod uncertainly with the needle.
Endure discomfort, let him carry
The
on.
needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push.
Clench your fists.
Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it.
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp-string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
The obstacle is my eye, but like hold still.
Volo
as
carefully
possible.
withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick.
It just gets worse. Eye the implement, but allow him to proceed.
Volo slowly brings the ice pick closer to your eye.
Now, don't move.
Hold your breath.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then, tap, tap, stab.
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run. I agree. It's a feisty critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Drat.
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage.
You knocked my bloody eye out.
Please, try not to overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile state at present. I can't help but feel partly responsible.
Partly?
Perhaps there is something more I can do. Take this. A far superior relic to that old jelly you were chained to. try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
And he is going to run off. Bleeding eye, but that's fine. So now, we have a new magical eye that grants us permanent sea invisibility. So, yeah, that's actually worthwhile. Also, the reason why I chose blue eyes for my character is that the eye that we get from Volo will always be the same color, blue. And so I picked the blue closest to that color, so we won't really notice the difference in the shades, except for like a specific light coloration. So, yeah, a permanent sea invisibility is quite useful to have. And now we'll begin the morning routine. I think first off, we are going to get Lae'zel in on this.
Glick. I had a dream. As we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is gate deception.
She's not exactly wrong. If the parasite can empower us, I say we should let it. We could use the edge in combat.
You're delusional. I'd sooner trust a night hag than a strange figure bearing dream gifts.
I'd like you to join
The
me.
party's full. You'll need to make room.
Take Carlax's place.
Well chosen.
Alright.
Enough waiting.
Not leveling
I
up
crave blood.
Lae'zel yet. But we are going to Long Strider. Oh, we got this. I will equip this though. And the damage and difference in damage is quite a lot. So we'll just send those to camp. I'll send this to me. Alright. And let's start doing Long Strider on everyone else, starting with me. Alright. Morning ritual is a go. Strider on Shovel. Long Strider on Karlach. And we'll throw a Long Strider on Shadowheart. And then back over this way, we need our
Let us have
cleric.
words.
This vessel is at thy disposal.
But the vessel only stares blankly. You'll need to make room.
Yeah,
in
you
your
can take
party.
Lae'zel's place.
This soul awaits thy command.
Alright, so now
Pave
we've
my
got
path with
our
corpses.
8th cleric. I'm
Build
gonna
my castle with
here.
bones.
him, I'm going to tell go
One day I'll
here.
catch a break.
Shadowheart will come
No
out
time to waste.
over here.
Keep it together.
8. Everybody's got the +5 hit points. Let's see. I think I'm going to keep
They
up
should all be
keeping
running.
Shadowheart's AC at 20. Because 20 AC is just absurd. The Warding Bond on her. And for everything, since I will... Yeah, I'll use Protection from Poison again on Astarion. Just because he will be dealing with traps, he's most likely to deal with poison. I think that's the end to my morning
How many
routine.
died
I'm just
today?
trying to think. Yeah, I think that's
How
it.
many die tomorrow?
I had a wild dream last night. This beautiful entity came to me, promised to protect me. Told me the parasite in our heads could give us power.
I had a similar dream, a side effect of the tadpole.
Sounds like it. What did you make of it?
If there's some kind of power to be unlocked from our affliction, I'm willing to try it.
Seems risky, if you ask me. Couldn't help getting stuck with the tadpole, but taking favors from it? Spooky.
Come on, we're
You
heading
know I'm
out.
up for it, but your party's a little full.
And we'll take the hireling's place. Alright. We have everyone? I believe so. Let me just talk to everyone so they can talk about the dream visitor.
I had the strangest dream last night. There was a visitor promising me protection and all sorts of delicious powers from the parasites in our heads.
Given our shared affliction, I suppose you had a similar dream.
I did?
Excellent. Now we can see what these tadpoles can do for us.
We should take every advantage we can get. Let's explore these powers and see where they take us.
Exactly. Waste not, want not. Even when it comes to mind flayer parasites.
Now, was there anything else?
Nope, just wanted to get his thoughts on it.
Moving in.
Alright, Shadowheart's turn.
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones?
It happened to you as well?
Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole, use its power. Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know. It seems like we can't escape this mess, in the waking world or otherwise.
Alright, so that's all done there. Let's go talk to Will and Gale, and then we are going to set off on our adventure.
Welcome to the League of the Lone Eye, my friend. Not to minimize the pain of Volo's poking and prodding, but I promise, you'll be used to the prosthesis in no time. Besides, I find it gives one an air of mystique. No one's more intriguing than a man with one eye.
So he talks about that. Gale's time.
My apologies. Huh. Not quite myself just yet. I had the strangest dream last night. A visitor came to me. A vision of unparalleled beauty and power. She told me she was watching over me, protecting me, and that our tadpoles could prove beneficial if we embrace what powers they have to offer. An uncanny apparition. Not entirely sure what to make of it.
You don't believe this was a real person talking to you then?
A real manifestation, perhaps, but not an individual of flesh and blood in the manner you or I would consider to be real. Whether she spoke the truth or not, well, I think I require a little more evidence before taking a fantasy at her word. Until then, best we speak of other matters. Was there something you wish to ask?
Nope, just wanted to get your unique dialogue. Just wondering, that condition of yours, why does it require magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
Alright, so that's all done. We only have one parasite, so I'm not going to activate it just yet. But now, we do have a couple of interesting fights. Now let me think. We have one potion of Hill Giant Strengths. I know where to get a second one. I'm trying to think. Would there be a reason to use this now? Because we're going to do two pretty big fights. And should I use this up now with Karlach? Or... because the second one, I don't really need to use it until we're actually going to be destroying the whole of the Goblin King. Yeah, we'll just use it.
Hey, good looking.
Alright, Karlach doesn't have that. There it is. Oh, here's a soul coin. Alright.
Still breathing.
So for
Despite
me,
everything.
I am going to drink this to get an extra level 1 spell. I think I'm going to need it for this fight. We have the horn, just in case.
Don't be shy.
For Karlach, we are going to increase her strength to 21. We are also going to activate a soul coin for Infernal Fury. Basically, her weapons and unarmed attacks deal additional 1 to 4 damage when she is raging or when her hit points drops below 25%. Just a little bit of extra fire damage is great.
Oh, not as bad as it could.
All right, we are going to leave the camp. And we are going to go south and deal with a few things. So this way we go. Everything's still kind of loading in. Oops. Let's make Shovel invisible. Always make sure to do that. That is where the benefit lies. Oh, we've got some stuff to loot on this side of the village. I forgot I didn't actually loot this side. Okay, I'm gonna send this to camp.
Breathe deep and move.
We don't actually have to kill these goblins. They're only like worth 10 experience each. And we won't quite need it. I mean, maybe I'll do it like later after I clear the goblin camp, but if I do, it'll probably be an off-screen thing. Alright, down here we go. I want to check around here briefly, just to see if there's anything worthwhile to loot. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I think I pretty much picked this place clean. So that's good. I do know that the southeastern part of the village needs to be... Ooh, collapsed burrow. I did walk past something. But there's nothing in here. I do know there's some things over around this area, so we're going to double back just a little bit to loot, especially for supplies and such. Something's triggering. A beehive. Perfect. Honeycomb with plenty of supplies, and the bees don't sting, thankfully. Okay, take that. 1 bone cap, 2 bone cap. There we are.
I'll take that.
Rogue morsel.
What's that?
Oh, a burrow. A backpack. Let's take the backpack. What's in the backpack? Some gold. Alright, then we'll just send this to camp. Well, that was a good find. Grab the bone cap.
That might be worth a look.
Okay. Well, we got another chest that we dug up. Oh, hello. What's this? Okay. We'll pick that up. We're going to send the arrows to Astarion. Excellent. We even have another potion of animal speak. I'm going to send this to camp. This is going to go to Karlach because she throws stuff. And we'll just loot everything. That was a good haul. I will admit, that is definitely a good haul. Let's double back just a bit more. Aha, berry bush. The berries on here for sure. 5. That's 5 easy supplies there. Anything here? Nope. Alright. Collapsed burrows next to the beehive. There might be something in there. Alright, anything else that might show up? Potentially? I don't think so. Alright, so we cleared basically everything. Oh, here's a rogue morsel I missed. Alright. So we're going to go into the swamp, essentially. It'll take a while for us to get there. But I am kind of anticipating a little bit of a difficult fight. Rogue's muscle, mugwort.
We know you haven't.
Please.
Something bit me.
Just want Marina back.
Just an insect. I'm sure you'll survive. Besides, it probably figured you for a tasty treat.
Give me an aboleth over a midge any day.
Alright, now let's go and do this talk here.
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Marina.
Just let her go. Please.
Thank goodness you're here, sweetie. I don't know what's come over these boys.
You're covered in blood.
Stop this. We won't ask again.
How about we all just calm down? Well, what's going on here?
Careful. Don't trust a word out of her mouth. Our sister went to the hag, and we ain't seen her since.
Hand over heart, I don't know their sister. I will gladly help you all look for her, though.
Enough. Where is she?
Ethel, what did you do to their sister?
Bollocks! You were supposed to rush to my defense, love. Fat lot of good you are. Some advice? You ever darken my door, you'd best have that head bowed and an apology at the ready. Bye-bye now.
Bloody hells. She just disappeared. Ain't seen nothing like that before.
She could shoot fireworks out of her backside for all I care. The hag has Rena.
Will someone please tell me what's going on?
It's our sister, Marina. Well, she was in a bad way after her husband died.
Started saying weird things, like how she was gonna bring him back.
Next thing, she's gone looking for the hag. Of all the stupid things to do. And we haven't seen her since. And no good ever came from dealing with a hag.
None of this matters, all right? We need to get her back, and fast!
A hag's magic is wild and chaotic. You'll be killed.
I don't remember bloody asking you.
Hold on, Joel. Let him talk. What would you suggest?
Walk away. Live.
Knew it. You're full of it.
Thanks for the, advice. But we can't do that. We'll head there on our own.
Yep. They're screwed. They're trying to find a pathfind, someplace to disappear to. Oh, I thought this was for sure that was someplace. You can't, other than the mugwort, you can't really trust anything on this at the moment. Oh, he triggered the trap over there. Alright. So here we are, here's the loving note. Alright. Once we break this illusion,
Chill runs
then
up
we
your
can start
spine.
trusting what
You
we see.
feel like you're being watched.
We could do an investigation +1 or Arcana. Let's do a guidance from Astarion. Ha! That's I'm using a inspiration. I want this broken. Also, that was a DS roll. There we go. No audio dialogue. And look, we got our inspiration back. Loving note. Take a breather, lovelies. Have a bite to eat on me. Auntie Ethel. And you open it up and it's poisoned apples. So see, that would have just showed like regular apples. But nope, it's actually poisoned apples that it is. Over here. Are these actually real? Oh, hubby, they're actually real. Alright. So we're just gonna grab these because these are supplies. And down here we go. Now we're not going to go for Auntie Essel's place just yet. We're actually going to be doing Kagura's thing. Okay. Let me stop this.
Can't afford to stay idle.
I think we need a lesser restoration. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh boy.
Is that blood? No. Never mind.
Those. Hang on. The blade ward would stop the bleeding and such. Alright. So that's
I
fine.
hate swamps. The place reeks. Probably full of bloodsuckers as well.
Sure, probably.
Barbed, bull rush. Those can hurt you, so we're not going to do
What's
that.
inside?
Wooden barrel. Ooh, some wine. Yes, please. I hope that when this is done, we don't get rot on us. Because that would be, inconvenient. Let's see. There's definitely something there. I'll go there first. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Okay, good. We saved. Alright, so no rot. Over here. Huh. For sure there would be something there. Alright. Then over here we've got a bunch of... Don't cut through. Okay, no.
Looks like we missed all the fun.
Alright, we got some scrolls here. A loot.
That's curious.
Oh, good. A dirt mound. There we are. Alright, this goes to Starion. Sea green dye. That'll be something to consider. Oop, we are encumbered. Oh. Let's see. Okay. So, I'm going to give the Fleet Fingers to Shadowheart because she's currently not wearing anything. This will go to camp. And I know where the majority of my weight is. It's all of this stuff. So we're going to send all of this to camp. And boom, our carrying capacity goes right down. That's just something we have to do occasionally.
Don't mind if I do.
Half-eaten apple. That's worth 1, by the way. Yep. Backpack. Take this. We'll just pick all of this up. And we'll read this book. Nothing new in there. Throw it in the backpack for supplies. Nope. Not that. I want the pouch. For more supplies. Red apple. Half-eaten apple. Ooh, in this bank. That's for 6 supplies. So we're getting a lot of supplies for another long rest shortly.
Transforming into a mind flayer might have its perks. At least then I could float over this muck.
One for roughing it, I see.
Wallowing in filth is for pigs and children, my dear.
Pigs, children, and people with a little bit of grit.
Yeah, Astarion is not what you would call one on grit. Alright, so we're about to engage in a fight. Just gonna drink that. Shovel, you need to go invisible. I'm gonna need you invisible.
Lug my guts through this.
Alright, let's go into this fight here. He keeps being revealed because he walks through water. Oh, there's water here. Alright. And here we go.
Time to kill.
Yeah, let's start with Astarion. Okay, go on.
Time to move.
Let's try taking this route here. Good. Alright, so that's in the way. We want to kill these mud methods away from us because they do explode and damage everything around them. Sneak attack! Alright, he took quite a bit of damage. Are they resistant to anything? They're just immune to poison. Makes sense, they're mud.
Got to focus.
Alright.
Onward.
Gonna have Shadowheart there. And how should we do? I'm gonna produce flame. I'm just gonna hurl. Oh, it's out of range. Are you serious? Okay, well, we do need this. I'm gonna throw the maul. Oh, I'll just go throw it in the middle here, so we can see where the enemies go to.
Behold the dance of death. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Alright. So that's as far as we're going to... No, we can go a little bit further. I'll just do here. Magic Missile. One is probably going to kill that. Everything else is out of range except for this Woodwoad. So let's do that. Are you kidding? He's still alive by 1 hit point. I'm going to quicken it. Alright, there we go. Got quite a bit of damage on that. Now it's their turn. And they summon more of themselves. Yep. And like I say, when they die, they explode. Alright, let's get raging. Let's see. I want to go... Gosh, I could go so far. Let's see how far we can go over here. Alright, not as far as I'd hope. Alright, time to start using this returning pike.
Handy.
And it even knocked them down, and it instantly returns to us. Let's check the damage. For the fire damage, we got from Internal Fury by throwing the pike. The damage here, we did 1d10 plus 2 from the rage plus 5 from the strength modifier, and with the Tavern Brawler again. That's a, yeah, we got 10 from the Tavern Brawler. 2 from the rage and 1 from the piercing. For some reason this is not adding up. It's like, there's something off by 1, but oh well. And he healed because he was in the wood, but that's fine. It's gonna be hell when those things start exploding on us. And I hate how the one guy's like really far away, but at least it looks like he's coming closer. He flung mud at Garlac. Alright. Concussive... No, I don't need concussive smash, just regular hit. 8 damage. And then, you know what? Let's get Shovel in on this. And miss. Okay. And the turn there. Critical miss. And Shovel's turn's over. I'm gonna hurl the flame at him. And that's the thing I'd say about when like Death Burst and opens up. It's annoying, but what are you gonna do? Alright. Let's move forward a bit. Have the high AC person up front. Astarion's turn. I don't think you can sneak attack anyone. No? This is why I wish we had the cloak. I can't sneak attack him though, so let's just kind of go farther back and just kind of guarantee the kill here.
That won't work.
Yeah, when it misses, it won't work. I know, I'm well aware. And yep, didn't expect that to work. All right. So there are. I can get a couple of them. Okay, which one do I want? Let's hit both of them with Shatter. Okay, so they're dead. I don't have to worry about them blowing up on me.
Light on my feet.
And we'll just move over here. Alright. We're going to enrage throw this. Oh, you're threatened. We'll just hit this guy. Alright, the death burst happens. Shovel's dead. Well, we can always just shove it back. Perfect. So now we don't have any problems with that. And range throw, please. What exactly is the range throw? It does additional damage and knocks them prone. So let's see how much damage we did. So 14. The damage we got by rolling 10 on the piercing plus 1 because of okay, I see. 10 plus 1. Then plus 5 with the strength modifier, another 5 with the strength modifier thanks to Tavern Brawler, and then plus 2 to rage. Huh. Oh, I think the plus 5 is because of the additional frenzied throw. Okay, well, as you can see, we did 28 damage. That's quite significant, actually. Alright, yep. Oh goody, summoned another method. Well, he threw the dash, so the turn is over. Okay. Is it in range? Yeah, they are. I'm just going to do that. Yep, and I am covered in mud, so movement speed is half, attack rolls have advantage against me. But I can't become burned, so that's a benefit. Alright, Shadowheart, you've got Burning Hand. Are these guys weak to fire? Yes, they are. So we'll just stick to fire even though I can use the Radiance of the Dawn. So, regeneration's broken because it took fire. Okay. And that's pretty useful. We are going to back up over here. And in here, we've got a young Mephit hitting Karlach. I'm going to apply Hunter's Mark here. Okay, I can hamstring. Let's try the hamstring.
Again.
Yep, it misses. Yeah, you can stop talking to my ear, Dream
Nothing
Guardian.
will stand in my way.
Okay. Fire. Okay, because I'm muddy. Do I hit that because? Okay, yes it is. Alright, I'm gonna hit 2 magic missiles and 1 over here. I was counting on the lightning damage to do it, so that worked out. And that's why I also drank the potion for extra spell slots, because I knew we would be kind of going all out here. We're going to frenzied throw the returning pike. Ooh. A nice critical hit. Against empty? Okay. 16 piercing damage. Oh, I see, because they have piercing resistance, that's why it's 16. And they took 8 fire damage due to being vulnerable, and we rolled a 4 on that. So let's go and finish this up then. We will throw at the one with 85. Chance to hit. And another regeneration broken, so they can't heal. I'm going to move Karlach out of the mud here. Yep, they're wasting their dash. They're wasting their turn by trying to dash. Alright, tried the mud breast. Karlach, but that failed. Okay, interesting. You're up there. I don't know how to get up there. I need you to come down. And that's the end of that turn. Yeah, way too high. I'm just going to try Scorching Ray. Oh, right, Karlach. Okay, Shadowheart. Alright. First, let me just check something. Oh, I can't get up there. Alright. Astarion. Let's just hit him with an arrow. And then we're just gonna go this way. Get out of the mud because he hates his mud.
Never a dull moment.
Alright, for this guy, let's Ray of Frost. Alright.
Let's cover fire, baby.
And then we'll just finish it up with, and then Raid Throw, Returning
No
Pike.
surrender.
This should kill him.
Go on.
Alright.
Well.
I'm gonna separate Karlak here for a sec. Jump up to loot this guy. Send that to me. And then we'll jump back down.
Mind never quiet.
Alright. Then let's resummon Shovel. Because he's a free hit point soaking machine, and we're going to short rest after that fight. Alright, and now we get to begin the process of looting everything. So we got that done.
Nothing of use.
And after this, we are going to be going back
What path lies
to
before me?
the Druid's Grove. And there's some things I want to do with the Druid's Grove as well. But this definitely will help out. This, yeah, I can equip this for now. So I'll take these. Ancient Mud Method over here. Alright, so we got all that. There's a wood chest here with some goodies in it. The Sparkle Hands. On a hit with an unarmed attack, we're against 2 lightning charges. I think this actually will go to Karlak. Even though Karlak has this thing that's increasing her AC. If I recall, this, every time it does an attack on something, adds lightning charges, which allows her pike to do more damage. So I'm just going to wear that for the time being, but I'll keep these braces of defense. I can swap back and forth between the two of them. And we're going to go over here. There's a wooden crevice here.
Must be the tree from the moon to Korga.
Twisting
What's
vine.
that cleft there?
Alright, there we go. Letter to Kaga. We've got all of that we need. We need to read this. This is basically the Shadow Druids trying to take over the Grove. So, Kaga has fallen to the dark side. Or what is dark side for Druids. Okay, we got more crates here, lots of supplies. And then we've got more things over here as well to loot. And then afterwards, we're just gonna fast travel back. So let me open up the chest. Starian, and now over here we go to the Emerald Grove. Alright, now that we have no more water, I feel comfortable just having Shovel invisible.
Let's move.
And now let's go back in and confront Kaga. And then the risk of the tieflings being kicked out will be greatly reduced. And we don't have to worry about that. I mean, technically we don't, because it's never... You have unlimited time to figure it out. But now it's extra... Sure. Okay, this is a way to get experience. Let me just put it that way. I start these ramblings and my thoughts just kind of fail on takeoff. Come on, get on board. Alright. Can you guys get on the elevator, please? This is the most annoying part, is just getting them to naturally all get on the elevator. Alright, so this will speed up our travel down here.
Let's have a look.
A wicker basket. Nothing's in there. I think a bunch of these stuff actually becomes available after we stop Kaga. Alright, let's do it. There's also another tadpole in here. In fact, hang on, I'm thinking. Do I need the tadpole now? I don't think I do. I'll do the tadpole thing after all that. So let me just talk to Kaga and we'll get this over with.
Why are you here? I sent you to Zevlor.
I know the truth. You mean to take the grove for the Shadow Druids.
What?
And they know, well, the jig is up.
That damn nose of yours has gone poking in our business.
Mistress Olladin, I can explain.
Shh. No need. It couldn't be helped.
Kaga, what is the meaning of this?
You think yourself quite the spy, don't you? Go on, tell him.
Take this letter, Ras. It will explain everything.
What's in the cloakwood? Kaga, have you lost your mind?
Halsin is weak, Wrath. But in the shadows, we are strong. We are safe. There is no other way.
You and Halsin welcome untouchables to your midst. You defile the grove for the sake of harmony.
Olladin speaks truth. Who among you disagrees? Who would see this grove in ruin?
The choice is made. Kaga, burn the tainted away. Start with the snitch.
As you say, Olladin.
Persuasion. The shadows won't save you. They'll corrupt you. Stop this while you can. Now we only need guys. I don't want to use Astarius because he's focusing on that 100th mark. Alright, let's see. Do we have enough? Oh, yeah, we have enough.
No. You don't know what you say. In shadow, we are purified.
Kaga's voice breaks and her lips tremble. She heard reason in your words.
And this is also another thing. You don't have to do another roll or anything if you're a wood elf, or a half-elf in my case, because you can do this. Recite the frescoes you have read. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Remind Kaga of the grove's legacy.
Kaga eyes you intently as you speak the text etched into the frescoes. By claw and tooth, from root to thorn, the old oak's grove to wildlings sworn. In darkest hour a concord made, twixt harp and wild against the shade.
When the darkest hour fell, it was us that brought light. Sylvanas demands we illuminate shadow, not hide within it. How was I so blind?
Careful, Kaga. The shadows don't forgive.
I belong to the shadows no longer. You've no power over me.
You have no power in this realm.
Question my power. Mother Earth, hear me. Grant me your wrath.
Shadow Druids are basically eco-terrorists. In the simplest term. Ooh, Kaga took a big hit.
Try something else.
Yeah, not hit them with a staff. All right. So I can't use. I can use sneak attack on them, but this guy also is in prime position to be sneak attacked. Let's reapply the Hunter's Mark. Sneak attack. 22. Let me just double check. I want to see how I rolled. Let's see. So we rolled 3 on that. Excuse me, and we rolled a 9 with the other 2 d6. Okay. Not bad. No, not bad rolls. Moonbeam. Go, Wolfie. Wait, did you just knock the wolf out of them? That's interesting.
On I go.
All right, let's get up all close, and we're going to hit them all with bright light. All right. This is going really well. And we're going to rage up here. And let's see, we're going to throw the returning pike. Let's throw it at them.
To do it.
Break that concentration. Well, yeah, that's the best way to break the concentration. Dead.
Can't even catch my breath.
All right. Shocking Grass, because we're in melee range. And then let's do Wode's Ensnare. Saved. Oh well. Hide behind the druids. Now it's all of their turn. We have so many allies, and we even got Kaga on our side. It really helps out. Oh, God. Bear. Haha, take that against 20 AC. Even he's joining the fight. I'm glad that we rescued him. Ha! Hold them right in the moonlight so that they burn alive. Alright. And we are going to... oh, the mark's on them. Alright, sneak attack. There we go.
Very well.
Oh, that was quite useful. Any cutscenes here? Nope, okay.
Wrath thought me a danger. Seems I've proven him right.
Your power lure is strong. I know it well.
It was through power that I would keep us safe. Or so I thought. Yet I betrayed Sylvanus himself. Led the circle to shadow. We will stop the rite, and I will stand trial. My fate lies with Sylvanus. May he have mercy.
How did the Shadow Druids even find you?
It began with a letter. There was no messenger. It simply appeared. Olladin came soon after. An army was coming, she said. Goblins, drow, and more still. Legions upon legions. The druids of Cloakwood knew the dangers this would bring. They ordained that all circles cast the rite to shelter from the storm. Olladin taught me to harness the Tree Father's power to wall us in. In return, well, you know the rest. I would turn the grove over to them. I won't forget the wounds I've inflicted. I pray Halcyon returns to heal them in full.
And what of Zevlor's people?
We will grant them safe harbor until they depart. Meanwhile, help us contend with the goblins. Perhaps we can dissuade them from attacking.
Alright. And this is something that I do have a kind of a philosophical belief in, that people are all capable of redemption, and Kaga...
You have saved Korga from herself. I cannot thank you enough.
Yeah. The fact that Kaga was able to stop at the last minute and turn around, I feel like even though, yeah, she needs to, you know, make repentance for what she was going to do, fortunately she didn't actually hurt anyone, and she stopped at the last minute. I think that the sentence shouldn't be that strict.
Sylvanus' justice.
If it's an argument you seek, you won't find it here.
Yeah,
Whatever the Tree Father's
she is
judgment,
definitely remorseful.
I will
And
accept it in full.
And that, I think, is probably one of the best parts about this. Just able to save Kaga from doing stupid things. Just the stupid that she was about to do. Okay. We're going to go in here. I'm going to go in here. Hopefully, she won't follow. And right here in the middle of the Druid's Grove, we're going to eat a tadpole.
A parasite. This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you. You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it. You already know how.
Open your mind to the tadpole.
Your mind swells as it subsumes everything the tadpole has to offer. Everything it was and everything it was destined to be. Pure potential. Pure power. Good. You have grown your power and improved your chances of survival.
Alright, so that is gone. And the reason why I avoided picking this up is that it would cause a little bit of a bug where I would have two of those Mind Flayer specimens in my bag, and when I ate one, the other one would stay there, and you couldn't consume it, and it was just I just wanted to avoid the bug.
So, you've indulged. Just helped yourself to a little more power, I see. And there isn't a tentacle to be seen. Not a bad deal, I'd say. My only complaint is that you didn't want to share. I wouldn't mind indulging myself.
Let's see. I have another in my pack. Take it if you want.
Excellent. I'll have a rummage around and help myself in my own good time. Thank you. Your generosity is appreciated.
Yep. All right. I'm going to all hide. Yep. And we're just going to take the Mind Flayer parasite specimen. There we go. So now we've got 3. We can all stop hiding. And actually, Astarion is going to get the first groups. First, it's going to get favorable beginnings, the first attack roll or ability check. So basically, at the start of combat, whenever you attack against a target, you get a bonus equal to your proficiency bonus. So it's a lot easier for Astarion to hit. With Sharpshooter, that -5 is greatly negated based upon the proficiency. So we're able to do additional +10 damage. So we're definitely going to get that. And then this follow-up is Luck of the Far Realms. Once per long rest, you can change a successful attack roll against the foe into a critical hit. Well, of course, we are definitely going to give that to Astarion for a free critical hit at any time. So those are actually pretty good abilities. And we also could do Charm, but he's not going to be hit very much. So we're going to save this for now. Until we can get one more tadpole.
On my way.
I know where to get it. But, yeah. We are starting to begin our long descent into the illicit powers. We are embracing power while chastising Kaga for trying to take in power. Oh, the hypocrisy is not lost on me.
Please, Tusk. It's not the time.
Hang on. Oh, I actually, you know what? I'm going to drink a potion of animal speak. We are still in the Druid's Grove after all. Anything else we can get over here? Nope. Alright. That's fine. We don't need those yet. And we are actually so healthy, so good. The only thing we don't have is Shadowheart Sing. And I'm thinking, and I'm pretty sure we're going to do another another long rest after this.
What's going on?
Thinking about stuff to do. Yeah. So I'm just going to use this. And we're going to take on the Harpies. How much experience we got? We got a pretty good sizable portion already. Also, this is kind of cool. Notice how I made sure I attacked with only Astarion and Lae'zel? Because of that, Alfira is still alive.
It's still rough, but my song is getting there.
Because I didn't hit her, she doesn't have any negative attitude towards me. So Alfira actually likes me. She just hates Lae'zel and Astarion. So, yep. Alfira is alive, and she's going to give me the reward I want in Act 2. And I'm hearing the song. So let's go and take on the Harpies.
Is someone singing.
It's beautiful.
Shh. Listen. Your favorite drownings all take place in shallow water. Just a slice of the ankle tendons.
You shouldn't be standing out in the water. It's dangerous.
Don't you hear it? It's so peaceful.
Focus and try to hear what he hears.
A sweet melody beckons you. It vibrates with magic. A harpy's charm.
Huh. I see. Okay, I get advantage, but no advantage with the wisdom. Or foul creatures, mere carrion birds compared to your bloodline. Focus Wolf the Dragon against the song. Oh. I can even friends this? I can friends this? I don't even need to. It's 5. If I rolled a 2. The only way that would have failed is if I rolled a 1.
The suffocating yearning suddenly fades as the spell breaks. You are free.
Get back at the trick.
Yes, everything's gonna be fine once I get there.
But lured, but I resisted it.
What happened?
This isn't good. Oh, okay. It all showed that they were evil, so I was kind of worried about that. Aha! Let's shocking grasp. No reaction for you. Of course. All right, I'm probably going down. Oh no! Aha! Shield! Go! Such a useful spell. Legacy Searing Smite. And then we're gonna run on up. I'll rage next turn. And yeah, I'll just hit. Exactly enough to kill them. Perfect.
Heading there.
I'm going to move up, and I'm even going to throw a healing word on B just for a little bit of extra health. I got rid of Bastion Leotard's love, but that's fine. Oh, Astarion! You can't resist a pretty song. I need to get them to shut up. I'm still lured? Oh, come on.
It's time.
Alright.
Skin you alive! Stay out of my head.
Alright, well I went down, but that's fine. This is why I wanted to be at least level 4 before this happened. Frenzy! Alright, stop that.
What happened?
I've got it.
That's fine. Hang on, what's there? Okay, none are like ready to die yet. But Hunter's Mark, and then Sneak Attack. Luck of the Far Realms, critical hit, please. Sneak Attack, critical hit, yes, please.
Concentrate.
We're going to Healing Word me.
Take 2.
Get me back up. And I think this one's a little bit more dangerous, so we're going to go over here. And blast him with light. Alright, there's only one Harpy left. Good one, Shadowheart. Disengage and dash. No, you're running right towards it. Okay. I only have a bonus action, so let's just get on over here.
Breathe deep.
Just so that we can kind of cut it off if it decides to. It's probably going to go for us, though. No, it's not. Hit it, Karlach. Yeah, with the hits with the gloves, it's doing more damage. Oh, you think that will save you? Not with a rage throw, it won't. Alright.
Are they gone?
They're gone. Are you alright?
No. Yes. I mean, I don't know.
Take a deep breath. Take a breath, deep and slow. You're safe now.
That's what the voice said. I almost got to the nest, but the singing. I need to get back. Mole will be so mad. Wait, you should meet Mole. She'll be grateful you helped me. Find a boy called Donny. Tell him you want to see the dragon's lair.
Why are you whispering? It's only us. But yeah, harpy fight is no joke. As you can see, I got downed in that one. It got hairy for a while with that luring song. I can't believe I thought that if you resist at the start, you'd be resisted at least for the first round. But no, I was really worried when I was like so badly hurt, and all my allies showed as enemies for a moment, and I'm like, I was kind of like, did I just fail an honor mode run due to some luring song BS? But thankfully, no. Alright. So we're going to loot the harpy's nest. Pile of bones here. And nothing good on it. Alright, so all the harpies are looted. And all they have are
something good here.
Bones and stuff.
I hope.
Here's a good chest. Take the experience. And this is a little devious. You see this, you're like, okay, I'm done. Nope, you can keep going. There's a further thing into the nest. Just have to keep an eye on the mini-map. Shovel didn't actually take part in that fight. I was waiting for like a good opportune moment. Alright, a little bit too far.
Come on,
so
let's go.
Karlach will go and do that. She can just jump all the way over there thanks to the potion we did. Ring of color spray. That's actually useless. I'm going to send that to me. Supply pack, that's useful. We'll take these. Anything good from here? Nope. Okay, I'm just going to send these to camp. No point holding on to them for now. Hold on to the blade in case we need to do it up close sync, because you can always just throw the returning pike and it will just take over.
Intestines throb.
Alright, so we got that.
Whispers.
I think the color spray will give to Gale for his next magic feasting that he's going to do. Then we won't have to sacrifice any more magical items to him. Yeah, because the color spray is kind of useless. It can blind targets and only up to like a limit of 33 hit points. And blind, while it is a status effect, there's easier ways to blind people, and there's sometimes no restrictions. Oh, hello. Is there something over here, or is this just part of? This is probably just part of the combat. Okay, all that's taken care of. Alright, I know there are some piles of dirt to dig up around here, so we're going to go do that before we go back into the Druid's Grove. It's amazing how much danger there is in Faerun. You can't even throw a rock without hitting like a harpy's nest or a bunch of tree folk and mud mephits come out to try to kill you.
Something over there.
And we'll send that to camp. I'll just grab everything else. Alright. And I know there's one more dirt pile out here somewhere. Alright, so I'm trying to remember. I think it's over here. Up around this bit is where the extra dirt pile is, please. If my memory serves correctly. It does not. My memory is very poor, so maybe it's over here. How much experience do we get from that? Not as much as I saw it. But I do know we're going to get to level 5 before, if not before we get to the goblin camp, then shortly after, once we do everything else. No, I don't need a rib cage. I'm just checking the bones. Okay, so the answer is no. There is no extra dirt pile somewhere around here. Okay. All right. Well, let's go and talk to Damon. We've got the we've got this. This has been actually been taking up our inventory. 2 slots of it. It's worth 100 gold. So yeah, but we need it for story purposes. So let's go do that. But first, let's go talk to Mole. There's Donnie.
I need a quick word.
Donnie, isn't it? I want to see the dragon player.
He nods, then reaches for a concealed hatch.
Hey, thanks for showing me the door. Alright, and concealed hatch. We'll talk to Mole, we'll get on Mole's good graces because we're going to need that good grace at the start of Act 2 to avoid any kind of like rolls or anything to avoid Jaheira's wrath. There's Mole.
Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been busy since you got here. Mercon says you got him out of a tight spot with some harpies. Gotta say, I'm impressed. You saved Arabella from the druids. Don't know what those bastards would have done.
You better happy to help.
And we're happy to be helped. Now, what can I do for you?
Why are you running all these schemes and swindles? Risky, you know?
We're saving up for a better hideout when we get to Baldur's Gate. Why? You planning on telling me stealing is wrong?
Quite the opposite. I want to invest in the newest Thieves Guild on the Sword Coast. 20 gold coins.
Won't turn down free money. I've got operating costs you wouldn't believe. Come see me in the city sometime, huh? I'll repay this and then some. See you around, maybe.
Alright, I wonder if I can try to convince Mole about stealing the idol, because then we would get a really powerful ring.
I had a feeling you'd be back.
I thought you might need help with something.
Nothing comes to mind. Always eager to accept donations, though.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I don't care about it as much as I thought. No, nothing really good.
Anything else?
Why you run all these schemes and swindles? Risky, you know.
We're saving up for a better Why? You planning on telling me stealing is wrong?
I'm not your father. Do as you please.
Didn't need your permission. You've been a friend to us. Come back anytime.
Alright, well, don't need to go steal it. That's just one less thing to risk. Alright, so we're done with this bit. If we lost anything when they stole from us, we would ask Mole to give our thing back. Alright. Jeez, you're really wailing on that dummy.
Again.
Alright. It was just so loud in my ear when he was doing that. Okay. Let's talk to Damon and get this Karlach thing situated.
Thought I sensed an infernal around here. But you aren't from Elturel. What's your story?
I spent a good bit of time in the Hells. Enlisted against my will by the Archdevil Zariel. Same as you, I suppose, if you're from Elturel. The devils were delighted when your city was swallowed up. I thought they had you for keeps. Glad you got out.
I got lucky. It looks like you did too. And you brought some infernal machinery with you.
A little gift from Zariel. Keeps me burning hot.
Very hot by the smell of it. Might be burning out a piston ring or leaking oil. Mind if I take a listen?
Be my guest. But don't get too close or your eyes will melt shut.
Phew! You really are burning up. Whoever put that engine together tried to house metallogized demono valves inside a Ragnak's alloy casement. Very risky. I might be able to help. I'd need infernal iron. And a prayer that my hammer will survive the work. That thing isn't meant to operate outside of Ernest. I'm not sure how much longer it'll keep running the way it's going.
Will you be able to turn down the temperature a little? Worried I'm gonna go in for a handshake and singe someone's arm off one of these days.
I'd worry about surviving the night first. But help one, help both. If we can cool you off, it'll stabilize your engine and allow you to touch whomever you please.
Hey, soldier. I think we picked up some of that infernal iron already. What say you? Should I give it to him?
Absolutely. Let's see what he can do.
Please let this work.
The weight of it. And that blaze of chaos. Can't imagine this where my heart should be. Must be quite the experience. Give me just a moment. And I think... There. You'll have to install it, I'm afraid. I don't think there are thick enough gloves in all the realms to protect from that kind of heat.
That feels... good. I'm still burning hot as hell's hole, but I feel less... changeable. Cheers, mate.
Pleasure. And as for the heat, I haven't got any solutions now, but I'm not giving up. Could be if the combustion chamber had its own insulation, or if we had some kind of enchanted coolant. Find me again in Baldur's Gate. If I'm worth my salt, I'll have figured something out by then. Take care, Karlach. And hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have something promising to report. Pocket any infernal iron you find along the way,
All right.
Druids. Who uses wooden tools?
Damon's upgrade didn't cool me down, but it did juice me up. I don't think I've ever felt more powerful.
Let's sign some evil for you to smack then.
Bring it on.
Alright. Alright. So now we're going to separate. I want starting to go here because we've got an elixir of heal giant strength, fire resistance, healing potion, whatever. I'm going to get everyone distracted because we can't steal it because everyone sees it. So let's put a minor illusion here. As you see, everyone is kind of there.
Doesn't taste half bad.
Okay.
Keep a blade close.
Nobody's seen.
Let's keep to the shadows.
Hide. Let's take the elixir of hill giant strength. Fire resistance. Healing potion.
The element of surprise.
And we're going to dash. Alright, I think we are good.
Step lightly.
Everyone's distracted by the healing potion. See, run, run, run. Okay, I think Astarion is good to go.
Thievery has been noticed. Choose your next move carefully.
This is Astarion, isn't it? No, it's just me. Sorry, I haven't seen anything suspicious. Perfect, just barely enough.
You may have talked your way out of this one, but there will be no repeat performance.
Yep. Alright.
Walk in death.
So that's all good. And we have another potion of Hill Giant Strength.
Your stealing has caught someone's attention. What
Oh,
will
God.
you do?
I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. I've seen nothing unusual. I have to use guidance on this. And... Alright, this is good. I think we got this. Yep, we got through this.
You may have
Phew.
talked your way out of this one, but there will be no repeat performance.
But why do you guys care if I took the Hag's Hill Giant Strength? Oh. I see. Let's get Astarion in on this.
I'm just sad. Bored.
Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon. I am not grumpy. Scowl on your face.
Alright.
Steps. Interesting.
Get just Astarion through the door. We'll link ourselves together. We'll report to Zevlor the good news. I think we're going to get experience for it.
All is ash and meat. Another step forward.
There's Zevlor.
What's up for discussion?
I'm told the druids have stopped their damn chanting. What happened?
Kaga agreed to stop the ritual.
Truly? Ilmater's ashes. I never thought she would actually see reason. Thank you. We still have the goblins to contend with, but you've given us time to prepare. I need to ensure my people make the most of it. But here, left over from my soldiering days, it's sparse thanks for what you've done for us. And I'm afraid I have more yet to ask.
Tell me what you need.
You've bought us some time here, but the goblins are still massing out there. We'd need an army of our own to escort us safely to Baldur's Gate. And while I don't doubt your abilities, you're no army. There may be a way, though. Goblins are ill-disciplined. It's unlike them to organize so cleverly. Somebody must be leading them, bringing discipline to their ranks. Take out that leadership, and they'll scatter. It's no small thing to ask, but I've seen you fight. You're equal to the task.
Kill the Goblins Horde leaders. I'll see what I can do.
Everyone in this camp depends on it. Thank you. We'll be ready to leave as soon as you give word.
Alright. What did we get as a reward? It's going to show me. Hellrider Pride. Okay. Okay. For any healers out there, but I don't think... Yeah, we're not going to be using... Oh, no. What does... After I dash, I can jump without using a bonus action. Yeah, I think this is actually better because our healing word can then grant us resistance to all the weapon attacks. So let's just put that on. This can go to camp. And I think... I just want to check up here really quick, but then I think we can call it a day. We got quite a bit done. Oh. Well, before I forget, Astarion, please send me... Well, send this to Karlach here. This is going to go to me. And, yeah, let's continue on. I forgot if I talked up here. I kind of remember that I did.
I best see you in Baldur's Gate.
Yep, alright, we made our bet already. So that's good. Did I think I took the thing from up here. There's a chest up here. Yeah, we looted that. Okay, so... Alright, so over here, I think there's a wooden chest thing along here, but here's like another way out of the Druid's Grove or in. It's harder to get in, you need an actual strength score to be able to get in for just jumping distance. Twisting vines. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to get the owlbear egg before I forget, since we're over here already. Where is everyone?
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
There is work to do.
Oh, why did you jump back up there, Karlak?
Let's try this way.
Okay, let's get over here.
What's the story?
All right.
Such a headache.
After that little bit of everybody jumping down, let's go back to the owlbear cave where the owlbear is dead. Because I'm not stupid enough to get into a fight with these wounds.
Seems simple enough.
In we go. Alright. And now we'll loot the owlbear's cave. And then there's the dead owlbear that we didn't have to fight.
Goblins got to her.
She deserved better than that.
Ooh, an extra supply pack. I will take that. So we definitely have plenty for our long rests.
What's inside?
Headless skeleton is here. So this will do radiant damage to undead creatures when they hit the wearer, but the beast will get an advantage again. Whoever's wearing this armor. So it's a double-edged sword.
An owlbear egg? These are supposed to be worth a fortune.
And it's going to come useful later. Aha, head of a broken spear. Wait, did I get the shaft? Did I not loot his body? I don't think I did. Oh my goodness. I have to actually go back up to the guy who gave us the first tadpole. Why did I equip that? This goes to camp. Alright, I think that's everything in here. We just got some heavy stones.
More owlbear eggs. Already hatched. No point in taking these.
Huh, there's some stalactites you can try to drop stuff down on them. So that's interesting. Alright, out we go. We're going to put together that spear because Shadowheart's spear isn't the best melee weapon for them. So out of this cave we go. And to these bodies we go. Yeah, I forgot to loot Edwin after that. So Shaft of Broken Sphere, we'll take the gold, we'll take these. These are going to go into our pack. And then we're going to use this and put this together, combine, to get the Vision of the Absolute. Blind target that failed a dexterity saving throw deals an additional 2 to 12 piercing damage to certain creatures that sport multiple sets of eyes. So, spiders and beholders for one. So we're going to give that to Shadowheart.
My faith will guide me.
Because the fact, being able to blind something instead of just having the chance of hitting better whenever we missed, so much better. And we'll send that to camp.
Father, they will die for you.
So now, like I said, we're going to go and loot around the body, around Scratch's old master. Scratch wouldn't let us touch the body due to the fact that, well, he was protective of his old master. He's a good boy. Alright, so we're about a third of the way to level 5. And we still have plenty that we can do to get experience. Oh, there's a berry bush I missed. I will take some more raspberries, thank you. Alright, goblin.
Anything of use?
And we can send that to camp. And we just have a bunch of letters. 9 Fingers. Davin. And Postmaster. Well, we can send all these to camp. This can go in here. Sending the things that I don't need to camp. And oh, technically I could go and sell stuff for gold, but we've got it. And I can sell my extra stuff to the vendors later. Yeah, I don't need to sell all of my things just yet. But alright, we are, you know what? I think I want us to go here. And this is where we will set camp to end this episode. But of course we're going to have dialogue and everything. So, to camp we go. And I'm pretty sure Gale's going to go, oh, I need another magical item. Please, good sir, if you could. Yep. How did I know?
Already feeling better.
Alright, Gale.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Give Gale a magic artifact. Alright, I can give him a Ring of Color spray. Or I could just give... Yeah, this is even worse, so I'll just give him the spear.
Thank you. Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Go on. You're among friends.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover.
Are you telling me you made love to a goddess?
Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mistra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
How exactly did you try to cross those boundaries?
I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
I'm intrigued. Tell me all.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. His entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms, until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
What was the answer to that question?
The answer was to try. The outcome was to fail. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book bound and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
How are you still alive?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
You will die.
Rather worse, actually. I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
Is there nothing we can do?
We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
I mean, why would you get rid of Gale after you gave him 3 magical artifacts at this point? We've come this far together, we'll continue on together. That's how it will be.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. from all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
All right. So that's all for Gale. I was noticing the eyes. I wanted to get the eyes as close to color. I noticed that my eyes are a little bit darker blue than the prosthetic magical eye that Volo gave me. So that's the power of this mirror. We can kind of change our appearance. I do want to try to see if I can get the eye to match better. Thought I'd do that, then we'll talk to everyone, and then we'll do a long rest. That's pretty close. If only I could get the eye that has, like, the brown in the middle. Oh, hello. Yeah, that's near identical. There we go. We'll get that. Therefore, it will bother me less that it's different. All right, let's hear everyone's talk about. Oh, we've got a walking bomb in our camp. Nuclear. How's that?
The goblins still infest the roads.
Oh no, they're talking about Zevlor.
As long as their leaders live, Zevlor's people are trapped.
I don't need him about. You know what?
Well met.
I'll try to convince him. Yeah, we need to convince him about their
I think that
power.
unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious, but once you've taken a Lithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
You've seen how dangerous these absolute cultists are. We need the extra help. Well, it's fine. Will, I do not need to convince.
I appreciate where you're coming from. Truly, I do. But these parasites are quite literally illithid weapons of war. And I'm not so certain they won't be turned against us upon consuming them.
Alright, we'll talk to Lae'zel. We'll tell her, no, we'll never do the parasite. And then, yes, we're going to be totally doing the parasite. Have you thought about making use of the Tower Power's power?
Mark my words. This power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven.
Let's talk about something else. Alright, so I didn't want Lae'zel eating tadpoles. I'll skip Gale for now. I want to see what Starion has to say.
To think, Gale's had this devastating all within himself the entire time, and only just mentioned it. Who'd keep a secret like that from his friends? You can't trust anyone these days.
Mm-hmm. Alright, now we definitely need to convince Karlach and Shadowheart, so...
What's on your mind?
It sounds like all we need to fix your engine is find some infernal iron.
Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints.
I'm just imagining Karlach trying to drink a beer, and it's like that one moment from The Simpsons where he's trying to cool off his tongue with an ice cream cone. She tries to put the beer to her mouth, and as it's coming in, it just evaporates into a puff of steam and as it's going down, and she doesn't get to taste any of it. Oh, God. It's about
You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix?
Nope.
Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this.
Of course I do! I was hoping you might. The benefits seem to outweigh the cost.
Do they? I'm not sure either of us can say one way or the other. We don't know what the costs might be just yet.
I'm trying to see which one. Can't you see by my example that this is worth our while? At a 15? And I'm willing to use all the inspirations I need. Oh, natural 20. Don't even need. Perfect.
How do you do that? Always making sense when I least want you to. Fine. I'll keep an open mind, all right? I can promise that much. Now, are we done here?
Yes. Yes, we are. Now Shadowheart's turn. She needs to be able to embrace the tadpole's powers.
Sir Gale's been walking around this whole time with some sort of magic bomb in his chest. I'm not normally one to begrudge someone their secrets, but that's something I should know.
These illicit powers we're developing, what do you make of them?
On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from and what lies at the end of that path. I never expected ceramorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it.
Persuasion, the odds are stacked against us. Can we truly afford to ignore a potential advantage? Excellent. Everyone I needed to have tadpole powers has them.
Perhaps you have a point. Fine. Let's explore these powers then. I just hope we don't come to regret it.
Alright. Everyone's got the powers, and now I want to get another tadpole. But for that, I think we should end this day. Look, we've already got 1,180 supplies. We can long rest however inefficiently as we want now. Alright, I was expecting this.
Hellsfire. She's coming.
I remember so many patches they kept putting in because players kept finding a way to keep Will from getting his horns while keeping Karlach alive. Until Larry basically said, nope, impossible.
Will, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
Just who in the nine hells are you?
Will, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlach's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlach, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark. Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. Karlach meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart.
You better not lay a damn finger on Karlach.
Don't you worry. That ship has long sailed the Styx. But a defiant pup must still pay his price. To wit.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms. Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
She is so evil. Yep, they have a talk. Time to talk.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
He's a good man, maybe the best of us.
You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
So I think, revisiting this, I thought it was Mizora hired Will to hunt Karlach because Karlach ran away. But then when I'm like re-evaluating the timeline, I'm like, wait a minute, she was hunting Karlach while Karlach was still on the front lines and hasn't run away yet. So I think Mizora was just killing it because she just hates Karlach. And then she says, I'm over it.
Damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pets tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
Let's see, what do I want to say? You're lucky she didn't take your soul when she came.
I'd count my lucky stars for it, but I reckon luck is on holiday. I'm only alive because my patron still has use for me. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
Let me guess, this pact is what caused the rift between you and your father.
It's not unrelated. I wish I could tell you more. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
Alright, everyone now has a discussion over what just happened.
I can't help feeling Will got off lightly. The wrath of the hells is second only to the wrath of the heavens. Having a devil in our camp will certainly make things interesting. Never a dull day, is there?
Nope. But a bunch of misfits of weirdos here. I was wondering about that mighty lord you told me about in your story.
Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like to be a god, to know yourself, to be untouchable, to be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, His empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
So, in that moment in time, all magic was gone.
For a spell, Mistral was reborn as Mistra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. Tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
Wizard's hubris. If you ever feel the Netherese magic overtaking you, what will you do?
If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
Alright, so we're done with Gale for tonight. Does Will have anything new to say?
Well met.
How does it feel to be a devil?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck. Not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
I see the Blade of Frontiers, no more, no less.
It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
You should get out of this pact.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
There must be some loophole in the contract that lets you out.
It could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
We could beat her if we put our worms together.
We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
Alright, so he's done. Talk to Lae'zel, see what she has to say.
The Blade of Frontiers in the guise of a devil. I'd remark on the irony, but I'd hate to waste the breath. Still, it took guts to defy that petty patron of his. The Blade's sting is real.
Nope. Not gonna try to convince her with the Tadpole's power. Astarion, what do you have to say?
So, Will did the right thing, and it earned him a set of horns. Let that be a lesson to us all.
Oh, Astarion. Anything new, Karlak?
What's on your mind?
You and Mizora seem to know each other. How?
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
But Karlak, you were on the front line of the Blood War trying to escape, and then the illicit Nautiloid came in, you jumped on, Will was behind you already, which means the hunt to kill you was already put into place, which means, I don't know. The timeline doesn't add up for me. If anyone can put that all plainly for me to follow, please put it in the comments. I would love to get peace on this. Do you think she'll keep coming after you?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
I can see why you were so keen to escape.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
Change subject. Nothing else to talk about. Alright, now we'll just finish up with Shadowheart and call it a day.
I hope Mazora flies into the blades of a windmill for what she did to Will. Though, I must admit, the new look is a little dashing.
Alright, so that's all done, and I think we'll just end the day.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
And get what I've been wanting for a long while. Yep, this is it.
Tonight, you can't chase the thoughts of that poor girl you killed from your head. You wonder what she looked like as she died. Squirming, skewered in abject agony.
Go for a walk and try to stop yourself from retching.
Your body barely complies. You feel such rushes from your thoughts of the dead woman. Why did she die? The mystery gnaws at your pounding heart.
Me lord, jubilant day. I have found your vile self at last. Sceleritas fell. Your loyal and ever-adoring butler.
Sceleritas.
I followed you, my dear rotted master. We have been parted so tragically long.
Sceleritas is so awful, but you just can't help but love him. He's so adorable. What can I say? What in the hells do you mean, you're my butler?
Oh, one hell of a butler. The most unprincipled servant you could hope for. You have always struggled to conduct yourself properly without me. I found you following the stench of that bard. She reeked across the coast like a piece of dog muck on the road.
Did you cause me to kill her?
Such fine work could never be done by a wretch like me. Anyways, I come once again bearing a part of your dreadful inheritance. You earned this iniquitous prize through your great show of exceptional violence the other night. I'm sure Master will be better soon. A fellow of your fine breeding is never down for long. I cannot wait until your next act of shameless barbarity.
You're going to tell me everything about my past life.
Though I would love to regale you with your past triumphs, I cannot. I am forbidden to interfere. Our betters will not allow it. Be true to yourself, my lord.
I like the fire just blasting out from Karlak as she sleeps in the bedroll. And we have the Deathstalker mantle. Once per turn, when you kill an enemy, shroud yourself in primeval darkness to become invisible for 2 turns. Well, guess who's going to be killing a lot of people really quickly and could benefit from being invisible? That's right, it's going to be Astarion. So, that's what I've been waiting for. Now, as long as Astarion kills something in a round, the next round he'll start with another sneak attack and be able to sneak attack, not have to worry about hiding, this hiding nonsense. And we are still about, what is that, a third of the way? Somewhere between a third and a fourth of the way to level 5. So we still got plenty more to do. But for that, we'll do that in the next episode. So thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time.